section and kitchen appliances for your home. With so many items to choose from, take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations: Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba. For quality items, super quality supermarket, and quality cash and carry supermarket.
Hi, Sharon. How is your daughter?
Fine. She's 2 inches taller.
My son is 5 inches taller.
My daughter's class prefect.
Well, my son is president of the book club.
My daughter scored 90% on her SEA test.
My son... Fine, you win.
Newsday's newly revamped SEA test supplement helps students improve their chances of success. Let your child build today the future they want tomorrow. Available in your Monday Newsday. Newsday, independent and credible.
Yes, indeed, and thank you at 97.5 FM Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. It is just about 13 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock, and let me remind you that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. I am Kenrick Jaggernaut, and sitting alongside me this morning is my co-host and colleague Mukesh Baburam. We will be taking you until the hour of 9 this morning as we look at some of the issues of the day, the challenges facing us here in Trinidad, and to also give you, our ardent listening audience, an opportunity to share your thoughts and to share your views with us. But to do so, you need to call us at 636 and 227-5739. You're with the most interactive morning talk show on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago. Today it's Thursday, June 25th, 2020. But before I get into the meat of our discussion with you here this morning, let me alert you as to what are some of the major stories as published in today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. But before I do so, I want you to listen to this.
Hi, Sharon. How is your daughter?
Fine.
My son is 5 inches taller.
My daughter's class prefect.
Well, my son is president of the book club.
My daughter scored 90% on her SEA test.
My son... Fine, you win.
Newsday's newly revamped SEA test supplement chances of success. Let your child build today the future they want tomorrow. Available in your Monday Newsday. Newsday, independent and credible.
Yes, the Newsday newspaper, independent and credible. Well, in today's edition, it is 60 pages in total, and you can get the latest on the news, local news, international news, and regional news. And yes, you can also get a little of sports. So on today's edition, and on the front page of today's edition of the Newsday newspaper, missing Trini businessman believed found in Tobago, buried in concrete. Now you can read the details of that story. As I told you yesterday and even before that, well, the wave of criminality continues here in Trinidad and Tobago, the Twin Island Republic, Trinidad and Tobago. My understanding is that the murder toll for the year now stands at 226. Yes, folks, 226. And yesterday, both Mukesh Baburam and myself, well, we would have discussed with you what is the rate in Trinidad and Tobago. So we'll continue to look at that story. Laborer gunned down, mom calls vengeance of Moko on killer. That story too is on page 3. Illegal quarry shut down in Las Lomas. Second, Churchill rise. Botch drug deal leaves 2 dead. 300 out of quarantine in next few days. That story we the Ministry of Health conference. We would have spoken about that story, and also to the Minister of Health, Terence Dial Singh, where he made certain pronouncement on the quarantine of these residents of Trinidad and Tobago. Health factors still being considered. Minister, no final decision on Carnival 2021. Well, I ran back that story this morning in our 6 o'clock newscast because contrary to a newspaper report, as reported yesterday, Carnival 2021 being held. Well, according to the Minister of Community Development, Culture and the Arts, Dr. Nyan Gadsby Dolly, all things being taken into consideration, he said, no decision has been taken as yet. The narrative is not about Carnival, more so is about saving lives in this COVID pandemic in which we are operating under. The Seamen and Waterfront Workers Trade Union don't blame us for stalled COVID-19 testing on ship. Port of Spain Columbus statue issue. Well, we ran that story on our 6 o'clock newscast, where Mayor of Port of Spain, Joel Martinez, well, he is washing his hands of making any decision as yet on the removal of the Columbus statue. He said, first of all, which will have to be considered by the government of the day after consultation with most of the major stakeholders on this matter. Well, good news for SEA students. This has Princestown cancelled $100 extra lessons. Well, we spoke about that yesterday, so that's good news for the students and the parents related to that. But some of the stories trending in today's edition of the Newsday newspaper. Remember, you can go outside there and purchase your copy of this publication. It is priced at only $3 and it's available at all leading newsstands throughout Trinidad and Tobago. The Newsday newspaper, priced at only $3. Stay with us here. 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. When we come back, we'll continue with our discussion with you. And of course, invite your calls into the program at 636-7547, 227-5739. 975 FM Hot Like Pepper.
Supermarket of Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, as well as Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket, Cuba Car Park, for liquor, fresh fruits and vegetables, not forgetting their bed and bath section, and kitchen appliances for your home. With so many items to choose from, take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations. Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba. For quality items, super quality supermarket, and quality cash and carry supermarket.
Yes, indeed, and thanks for staying with us here at 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper. It's just about, about 20 minutes here past the hour of 6 o'clock, and that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of Radio 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Welcome, people. Welcome to today's edition. You Talk on 97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper. Let me remind you that we are broadcasting to you live from Couva in central Trinidad, the energy capital. And yes, as I look out of our studio here in Couva in central Trinidad, I can tell you it's a bit hazy. Also, too, the Met Office would have said that there's still this present of the Saharan dust with us. This will be with us until that we can expect some showers today. So if you do have to venture outside, ensure that you walk with an umbrella. Welcome to today's edition of the morning program with yours truly, Kenrick Jaggernaut and Mukesh Baburam. And as I said, we will be taking you until the hour of 9 this morning as we look at the issues of the day, the challenges and the big stories facing us here in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. One of the stories which would have been making the rounds yesterday is the number of people who are now murdered in the country for the year now stands at 226. That's my information. We'll also look at what is happening in Guyana. And last night I took the opportunity to listen to CARICOM chairman Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, and she too is remaining very, very concerned as to what is happening in Guyana, especially as it relates to decisions or any decisions at all not coming from the Guyana Elections Commission as it relates to the March 2nd general election in Guyana. We look at that story. We look at also to prepare for the SEA exam despite resistance coming from the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association. Minister Gar speaking on the matter said that the SEA will continue. Of course, the SEA is carded for the 20th of August, and over 19,000 students are eligible to sit this examination. We will look at that too. We'll also get your thoughts on what is happening with the removal of the Columbus statue. And last night I listened to the newscast where Mayor of Port of Spain, Joel Martinez, well, he would have emphatically stated that he is washing his hands from this issue as of now. It's not a decision for the Port of Spain City Council to make. Rather, it's meant after consultation with all stakeholders. And Carnival 2021, contrary to reports which would have been circulating yesterday, Communication Donna Cox would have said that no decision has been taken as yet to the hosting of a Carnival 2021, whereby some entities, stakeholders would have get in the mode of preparing oneself for Carnival 2021. Minister of Communication, Donna Cox, said, well, no decision has been taken. As a matter of fact, the narrative is not about Carnival as yet. More so, it's about keeping people safe, keeping people alive as a virus. So those are about some of the stories we will be talking about here this morning, but I have rant a bit here this morning. Let me say a very special good morning to my colleague and co-host Mukesh Babu.
Good morning to Kendrick. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago, in particular listeners of 975 FM. Beautiful day here in Trinidad and Tobago. It started out nice, cool. It may really redound to hopefully the entire day where the situation with the weather will be nice. Kendrick, it is a cool day, it's a nice day.
Yeah, but this Saharan dust, I mean, it has been with us since last week. And especially if you're driving down to San Fernando, you realize, Mukesh, that visibility is very, very low indeed. And as I said, respiratory illnesses. And we have a number of them in the country suffering with respiratory illness, including yours truly. That's why I tend to cough a lot. You need to take all of the necessary precautions. As the Met Office would have said that we can expect some showers today.
Well, the Saharan dust, we are just getting one wave of it because it's wave after wave. After this wave have subsided, we will get the next wave.
Yes,
another wave.
Yeah,
so it keeps coming in waves. It is in the rainy season. You tend to a lower level of Saharan dust because of the rain will, of course, it will subside with the rain. However, we get more of it in the dry season. But regardless, we keep getting wave and wave. The last wave we had, maybe this is a continuation of the wave, is that this may have been the worst thus far.
Yes, quite true, quite true. Yes, all right. So let's look at the issues of the day. Mukesh, I'm reading with interest here this morning where Minister of Agriculture, Clarence Rambarat, well, he's denying that any quarrying would take place at the site of the Marilisa Farms Limited at Aripero. This by opposition Senator Wade Mark in the Senate on a Tuesday. And for a very, very long time, I remember when my late friend, Rollins Budan, was part of the program, he would have been at the forefront on calling on the authorities at illegal quarrying, especially in the Northern Ridge. And in this country, we have a number of people facilitated by decision makers
By the state.
engaging in illegal quarrying. You know.
By the state. If you turn a blind eye, well, then you're facilitating it.
Yes.
Once you turn a blind eye. So, it is facilitated by the state, and it is illegal quarrying. And among so many illegal activities, I don't know, illegal quarrying is so much in the open.
Mm-hmm.
It may be in a little remote area, but they are not hiding and doing it, Kendrick. You don't move heavy equipment, and people will see heavy equipment. You can hide it in the forest. You know, so it is illegal. It is known to the people, to the authorities, and yet nothing has been done. Maybe, I you have to keep pointing out,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some funds passed to political parties for elections, so they can't do anything about it.
All right, so screening continues. As a matter of fact, the United National Congress still have to name some candidates for some of the constituencies. And good news if you're a supporter of the People's National Movement. Well, screening would have been completed by the PNM. They would have named their 41 candidates. The last candidate name was for Labre. He is an employee of the National Gas Company. So now the People's National Movement is moving full speed ahead with its campaign to impress upon you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, why they should return for another term in government. Anyway, Mukesh, I have some other responsibilities at this time, so I will...
And let me see here. Well, we need to go to a commercial break. When we return, of course, we open the lines.
Hurry to 3C Tool Rentals, number 77 Bonaventure Road, Gasparillo, for your business and personal tool and rental needs. Available for rent: quarrying machines, compactors, concrete demolition hammers, drills, saws, scarifiers, pressure washers, generators, welding units, trash pumps, hydrostatic test pumps, and so much more. We offer free transport in and around Gasparillo and at very competitive prices. Visit or call us at 650-2362 or 789-4581 for more information.
A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo for all your hardware materials from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. Hardware and the General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retailers of plywood, an assortment of lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section, and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors.
Crime and criminality. And well, before I go on to that, let me take this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Mukesh. Good morning, Kenneth. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning again. Mukesh, I just wanted to touch base on one of the articles that Kenneth read out in the newspaper this morning.
Yeah.
The second victim on that highway had died. I know the gentleman personally. He's a sales rep. We regularly meet on Monday in the Grande area. Very jolly guy. His wife got killed. Well, she died on impact. Then he came. It is sad to know that roadside vending, I think the authorities have to really, because people tend to stop on the road and then you have crazy drivers, as the case may be. So my condolences goes out to him. I'm going to call his company to find out when is the funeral. As I said, we are colleagues together on the road. We share jokes, we share political views. He used to listen to this program. Let's put it like that. You have lost the ardent listener. He
Okay.
never called in, but he used to listen to your program, and many times I touch base with him. He shares some views with me to highlight it as well. So you see, even though you have callers, people who listen to the program, these are silent listeners. So my condolences goes out to his 4 daughters today. The other thing too, Mukesh, is that today I will be meeting between 1 and 1:30 today from the Office of the Disaster Management Authority. They are meeting, the head officials today are meeting with me this afternoon to discuss the flooding issue in my community. You see, even though I highlighted the issue 5 weeks ago on television, now people are taking the interest to see, because election coming up now. They're now taking interest to see what best they could do to eliminate flooding.
Well, hello. After you highlighted this problem of yours, this meeting you have with whom? The EMA?
The ODPM, the Office of the Disaster Management Authority.
Did the MP facilitate that meeting or?
So the program finished. He authorized a person who worked under him to get in contact with me. And that's how the appointment came out to be today, to meet with this person.
Okay, great.
So
great.
I like
Nice.
the initiative of my MP or the chairman of the corporation.
I was now going to congratulate your MP and your chairman that side.
No. So today, when I finish my work, and I said, well, by the way, I'm in Miami, the sun is bright and shiny and nice, beautiful day.
All right.
Quite right. I walk about and I highlight more of the flooding issues in my community. So I'm trying to help my friends, my family, my neighbors, everybody to get this flooding issue kind of come to a point where we can manage it then, Mukesh.
Yes. You can post your comments. Good morning.
Good morning, Pundit.
Good morning to you, sir.
I want to talk a little bit about, I heard something on the news about, is this land with this quarrying and thing, is it a reparo or is it a repo?
There is a reparo and there is a repo.
A reparo?
That's as far as I heard, eh?
Well, about
yes.
1,100 acres that a certain earth mover got from the government. No experience in agriculture, but 1,100, when I heard it on the radio. It could include mining and all that. And my ears prick up like a rabbit. You know what I mean? And mining too.
Go ahead.
And being an earth mover, they had some long range. Nothing came out the mouth of the agriculture minister or anybody concerned. But 1,100 acres was given to this P&M government supporter to do what the hell they wanted. People, nobody said that. It's weeks I said this, and I've been looking at it, and nobody thinking about what happened there. Every goddamn thing. And they say a little bit, they say some goat farming. Man, I tell you something.
Okay.
If I was able, I'd declare war.
War?
Yeah,
on
if
who?
I was able.
Who you would have declared war on? From which side?
Huh?
Which side?
I reserve that. I reserve that. But everybody know what I mean.
All right, friend, yes.
And you see right now, it having a lot of handouts going out easy.
Okay.
So tell people, open your eye. Poor people, we have the power.
Well, tell me something. Where is this handout taking place? I want to go and collect.
Huh?
Where is this handout taking place?
All over. All ministry and then they giving it. Tom, Dick and Harry Lal.
All right.
Very quiet. I mean, you must heard.
No, I have not.
Imagine, wait. Imagine chicken show up wherever I show up and give away. And nobody, the rest of the population, they know. Who pay for that damn chicken?
All right.
Huh?
All right, very nice.
I want to raise something. Just since you went out up, they lost election. Yeah, some talk went around with a certain Minister of Agriculture You ever recall that about 500 milkers, the cattle again milk, was supposed to come from New Jersey to Trinidad and Tobago? I wonder if that ever came true.
Just someone else, right?
What do you say?
Let's move on to another caller, right?
Man, okay.
All right, thank you very much. Well, you're making some contributions there. And of course, we are, we're thankful for you for making your contribution. Well, we have lost the next caller. Well, first I wanted to deal with crime, Let's go to this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Yeah. I just want to say something that I have noticed, right? A bit about the supermarkets, groceries. Now, the latter are very, very perishable. And the former are buying in bulk, packaging and selling at kind of really, really high prices, which are too expensive for some of us to afford. 2 days later, the spoiled and the rotten veggies and what can we do about that in order to preserve these things and make people buy more? Do you think the grocery should stop buying, let the market do it alone, or what? Thank you.
All right. Well, more people tend to buy fruit. There are those who do not go to the market. You won't find people really from the upper echelons of society walking with 2 market bags in their hands by Shoguna's main road in front of the market. So these people, of course, will go to the supermarket and look for the fresh produce in the fresh produce section. So we have to cater for everybody, because again, you won't find somebody from the upper echelons like from Valsine or Westmoreland or Goodwood Park in the market with 2 market bags, checking out the price of tomato or the fruits. Even people from Orange Valley, where I live, shop at the supermarket in the fruit section, the fresh fruit section. And if the fresh fruit section in the supermarket does not bring customers, they will get rid of it. And the fact that it is there, that means it brings customers. Okay. Crime and criminality. In the back of a church, in an 8-foot grave, 8 feet deep, covered with concrete, they found a body. They say missing businessman found dead, buried in 8-foot hole behind church. So in a place where right in the back there, they dig a hole and buried a man, and of course cast him with concrete and thing. Well, how did the police get to know about that and thing? So if it has reached the churchyard, and this, it brings to mind when I dismiss all this, day of prayer concerning crime and all these things. And that is the safest place for a criminal to bury someone. Enquiries are continuing. And the silence of the police commissioner in the last few days, and the silence of the commissioner of police, and the commissioner of police commissioner, yes, and when is the last you heard the minister of about crime? Can anyone call me and remind me of the last occasion that the Minister of National Security spoke on crime? Good morning. Hello? Good morning. All right, you can try again. The numbers to get us here in studio is 636-7547, 227-5739. If anyone out there can remind me the last time the Minister of National Security spoke about crime, let me know, please.
Good morning, Pandit.
Yes, sir.
I think if they look behind a church, in any community, they might find two graves. One might be the Minister of National Security, and the next one could be the Commissioner of Police.
What I mean? Hello. When you mean they're missing in action, they might find because they're missing.
No.
Well,
for you to disappear.
But that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying because they're missing, they could find them anywhere.
Very strange. Very strange. You can hear nothing from my brother, the Minister of National Security. Well, Commissioner could be the Commissioner of Police looking for the Minister of National Security.
All right, it's 6:44 in the morning. We got to go to a commercial break.
All right.
Yeah. Very interesting. He said you're not seeing the Police Commissioner of National Security. So both of them missing at this time. 6:45. We got to go to a commercial break. We shall be back.
Jyoti's Puja Store is your one-stop puja, wedding and cremation materials. Also available books, mithai and murtis made to order. Visit Jyoti's Puja Store today and be greeted with the kindest and most courteous staff with best prices and secured parking at 542 Southern Main Road, Chase Village, Shigwanas. Contact 671-3849.
Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited, number 86 Pearville, opposite the TSTT Exchange in Mayaro. We specialize in all types of meats, dry goods, liqueur, beverages, ice, LPG, gas, motor oils, stationery photocopying. We also provide rentals of tents and chairs and take advantage of our specials at reduced prices on liqueur, wholesale and retail. We are open every day, even on public holidays for your convenience. TT Post services are available here at Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited of number 86 Pearville, Mayaro, where our friendly staff will be happy to serve you.
Well, I am sending an SOS for the Minister of National Security. If anyone can tell me where we can locate him. For some time now concerning crime, and we have not heard from the police commissioner over the last 2 or 3 days. And the person in charge of the National Security Council, the Prime Minister, well, he does not speak about that. Where can we find these gentlemen? These goodly gentlemen, where can we find them? Of course, the Prime Minister is launching some carrots in front of the eyes of the populace that mean about solar energy, etc. And that is to distract and, they're doing something. But again, if you have, I am in the media here and I have not heard from the Minister of National Security. If any of you, anywhere, have heard, seen him, let us know. Because we are speaking about this crime here. A concrete grave dug in the back of a church. A missing businessman was found dead. Buried in an 8-foot grave hole in the back of a church in a concrete grave. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Buram.
Is the Minister of National... you see him in your area? Have you seen the Minister of National Security anywhere in your area hiding that side?
No, I see him down by me.
Because I see him anywhere at all.
Right. Oh, yeah, morning, Mr. Kendrick, morning, Shananibega. Mr. Baburam.
Yes, sir.
If you observe the accident in Tobago with the businessman, was a young person about 22 years involved in this other accident around the same age group.
Yeah.
So, we have another challenge with that. With the people that now got their license, apparently, we have to that be a little more careful because, I mean, he's saying somebody give him a bad drive, but he may take your time. Because, I mean,
at this, those tender ages, they would not have the kind of experience. But the highway does be a crucial place, and it's a place called for that experience. And with all that kind of experience, level of experience, supposedly kind of like be a little more cautious and taking their time. Because like his car got onto the shoulder from what I understand. The accident.
All right.
And had to be a very hard impact of the Serena is not really such a weak vehicle as such. So at the end of the day, speed really being accountable for all these accidents. Because the two vehicles in Tobago was and those vehicles are kind of pretty strong. So it kind of impacts, that is more careful on the roads. They're trying their best, they with the point system and the speeding and so on, but
All right, nice. Okay, well, of course, you won't find the elderly really speeding. More young people are driving. And much more of the accidents happen with the young people. The elderly tend to be a bit sedated on the road. And the elderly, those who are, more senior, the young people will look at their phone. They might even answer their phone. Some even text on their phone while they're driving. Good morning. Morning to you, sir.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon I was driving about Kira, looking for a plumber, right?
Yeah.
And I happened to pass 3 bars.
3 bars?
But would you believe me? Absolute flouting of the social distancing. Sad.
Yeah.
I stopped and asked one of the guys, and he told me, boy, it's hard to speak to these gentlemen. Once they are drinking alcohol, difficult to really get into them. And I say, well, look at what it is. I think they should have some kind of legislation in place to really charge these bar owners who have the patrons coming in.
All right, but hello?
Yes, sir.
If you have legislation, you see, you may a few,
Yeah,
but this flouting will take place in the vast majority of the bars out there.
Yeah, but then close the bars down, man. Sir, close it. You're closing the airports and so forth. Close the bars.
Well, it was closed for some time,
Huh?
It was closed for some time.
Yeah, but what I mean, they should be closed for a longer time because we go have this thing. This thing going to resurface once they have this kind of situation because they say and the thing is, they're not wearing any mask.
Yes. Well, if we close, there's more problems in society, eh?
But you realize that ever since they have relaxed this thing.
Yes.
Even in Tobago now, which was where the land of peace and harmony, there have been murders over the past month. There have been over 4 murders in Tobago.
Yes.
So much for tourism. All right, all the best. We'll talk later.
Yeah. Well, in places where they have closed bars and, it is illegal to sell alcohol and things, you find people drink all kind of things. In the strictest of countries, they do find people who still have alcohol and still narcotics. And good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
Yeah.
Trinidadian love rum. And nowhere you can have rum at Trinidad and go find it.
I'll tell you something, not just cutting across, in no country of the world you will find so many rum songs praising rum like in Trinidad and Tobago.
Like a girl joke. A real rummy tell me, I can't stop drinking rum. Well, I say, how? What's the weakness? He say, boy, when you see rum, sealing the sketch. I say, but that damn thing in a bottle with a car, how that can influence you and tell you? You say you hear the song. Rum, when I call you, you're bound to come.
All right, nice, good. Well, listen, we may condemn alcohol and thing, but no, if we support a party, and I'm saying it could be a party, a new party that form or whatever, but if we support a party and the leader of that party drinking rum and falling down, we will vote for it. That time, in so doing, we supported rum. And we got vexed with the people who criticizing that leader. We vexed with them. Good morning.
Yes, Mr. Baburam. And the rum shop is right around the corner. Secondly, crime. Trinidadians are extremely cruel people. How could they have done that? A grave is usually 6 feet deep.
Yes.
And they had to go 2 feet extra in order to put this poor old man inside there and cover it up with concrete.
Yes.
I think they're extremely cruel. That is not good. If COVID hasn't taught people anything in this.
Well, of course, it's 6:55. Coming up very close to 7 o'clock for news. Kenry Jagannath is here. That means news time is just a few minutes away.
Yes, indeed, and thank you very much for staying with us here at 97.5. Let's go to the lines. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Morning, Kelly. Morning, Mukesh.
And good morning to you, friend. Good morning. How are you?
Well, your partner is so. I got a public servant. Right, number 40. I hear you read a little thing on the news here about the court stand down thing against guys they put for the police charges.
Mm-hmm. Well, the decision has been taken by the court, yes.
Right, a decision taken that Gary can't fire him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let me tell Gary, I see outside court, let me tell Gary, don't pay them no money until he case them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know you got to pay them a half a salary or something until the case, and tell them after they win the case, they go pay them all the money, they have to pay them money.
All right.
And I hear this boy calling for the National Security Minister here finding him, Mukesh. He's not going to be able to say they make them kind of grace.
All right, friend. Well, thank you very much for your contribution here with me this morning. On another note too, okay, we have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 975. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, good morning.
Alcoholism is a disease. Mm-hmm. And Trinidadians love rum more than nobody else. Let me tell you something. The laws in certain countries, like in Canada, which I know about, if you as a barman sell a man alcohol and you get drunk, accident, they sue you. If you are a party and you serve an alcohol, you get drunk, you go on the floor and hit the head, or get an accident, they sue you. When you walk into a bar, the minute you have keys in your hand, the barman assess you, and if you're looking like you don't take, he ain't send you again. And if you order 2 drinks, that is your max. After that, they refuse to sell you. Because they understand it's a disease. And they understand they have to protect the citizens. Over here, every second house is a rum shop. You don't have, you can't walk into a bar in Canada and say you want a half, or a nip, or a petticoat, or a bottle. You have to buy you drinks. You walk into a bar, hey, give me a bottle there, boy. Punch in, and you sit down and you're drinking. Nobody cares.
Okay, friend, well, thank you very much. Well, Mukesh, my understanding is that whenever you are applying for a liquor license, if the property that you are applying for the license for, the property must be a certain distance away from secondary or primary school, not so? It ought to be like that.
Well, in my area, the school is one, the road is one and the bar is opposite, and the church is next door.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 975. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Kenneth, man. Morning.
Good morning. Good news, class. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the police commissioner should get some legal advice and examine all the challenges I think affecting the police service performance and the image point of view and present the recommendations to the government and the parliament as case. You can't just be opening them out like a fool and just say, all the fire this one and legally, it is possible. I mean, we live in too much of a modern society for somebody of that level to taking these statements study, and I mean something childish, man.
All right, well, I hear you. Now, I think since Gary Griffith would have assumed office as the top cop, he would have made a genuine effort to clean up the service of bad eggs, Mukesh. But Doing so, you have the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, you have the Trinidad and Tobago Police Social and Welfare Association. These police officers have certain rights and what have you. And he has been calling for greater powers to be given to him. In order to do that, you need to reform the whole exercise. Whether that will happen or not is another question.
What he termed as bad cops.
Mm-hmm.
Bad cops are those who aid criminals, or those who accept bribe, or those who transgress the law themselves. What is the definition of a bad cop?
All right.
We need to know that.
Well, something which we will explore when we come back after the 7 o'clock hour. Stay with us here, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper.
Time has come. 7-5. Make it your choice. Something for everyone. 975 FM. Music for you. It's all about
U97.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper, multicultural radio.
Power to the listeners.
It is now time for Major News to the Hour, brought to you by Crystal Beverages Company, Super Quality Supermarket, Sheikh Elisha Limited, and the Trinidad and Tobago News Day. That was Major News to the Hour, brought to you by Crystal Beverages Company. That was...
This is the 7 a.m. news on U97.5 Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. I am Uma Ratan Singh. Good morning. An announcement from Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley that government produce a large amount of energy capable of powering the country in the same way natural gas has been able to. The projects will be a part of an overall initiative to reduce carbon emissions by 15% by 2030. The Prime Minister added that while caused 8 persons to be detained after police swooped down on the area while the illegal mining was taking place. According to reports, a team of officers from the Northern Division Major Operations Unit received information about it. After making contact with the Office of the Commission of State Lands, it was confirmed the activity was taking place on private lands after checking the land boundaries. Officials from the Commissioner of State Lands congregate. Upon questioning the operators, officials discovered that the men did not have a license to quarry and they were later detained for questioning. The Ministry of Energy will also be conducting inquiries into the matter with the assistance of the police. The murder rate continues to rise in Tobago as yet another murder is recorded for 2020. According to a report, Tobago House of Assembly was at
Tobago Police Service revealed that for the period 2010 to June 12, 2020.
According to a report, 27-year-old Dwight Turnip, a laborer at Tobago House of Assembly, was at his job site when a lone gunman walked up to him and shot him several times about his body, where he died on the side edges. The assailant then escaped in Turnip. The incident took place around 7 a.m. at Mount Hay Trace, Black Rock, Tobago. Investigations are continuing. Domestic violence remains a cause of concern. This from Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, Ayanna Webster Roy, making her contribution to the debate on Domestic Violence Amendment Bill 2020 in the lower house. Minister Roy shared statistics from the last 3 years. She said the most recent data was from the Central Registry on Domestic Violence. 2017, there were 1,099 domestic violence reports. In 2018, there were 1,244 reports, and in 2019, there were 1,058 reports. For this year, as at April 2020, there have been 134. She has also shared figures for those who breached protection orders. Minister Webster Roy said the amendments to the legislation are necessary to deal with the scourge of domestic violence in this country.
Data coming out of the Crime and Problem Analysis Branch to June 12, 2020. Reports on breach of protection orders across the 9 divisions of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service totaled 2,664.
I withdraw from the matter as I await.
Wrecking will resume in San Fernando from Monday. This following complaints by business owners about indiscriminate parking in the southern city. During the stay-at-home restrictions to stem the spread of COVID-19, wrecking has halted to resume wrecking at the time because the financial difficulties facing citizens. However, he said errant drivers were parking their vehicles on High Street for extended hours to go shopping and even travel. Mayor of Port of Spain, Joel Martinez, yesterday said he has withdrawn himself from making the decision to have the Christopher Columbus statue removed and will leave the final decision to the government of Trinidad and Tobago. 81 has over the years raised a much larger issue regarding the country's past history and its forefathers. Mayor Martinez said that as a responsible entity, he cannot make the where the statue rests is not being occupied by residents of Port of Spain, but is a part of the country's history.
I withdraw from the matter as I await the input, advice, and policy decision from relevant arms.
The Ministry of Works and Transport has granted authorization to extend the expiration date of priority bus route passes for Route 2, March 31st, 2020, as the renewal exercise for the period January to June 2021 will commence in November 2020 after being suspended due to COVID-19 pandemic. Holders of a permit are further advised to adhere to and pay particular attention to the condition of passes in keeping with the law. Last, the long-awaited SCA will move forward as planned. This, according to Education Minister Anthony Garcia, as he confirmed the secondary entrance assessment examinations will take place as planned on August 20th. Minister Garcia with Unified Teachers Association that students will not be prepared for the exam. Regionally, Williams is contending that the Caribbean Court of Justice does not have jurisdiction to hear the intended appeal of last week's ruling by the Guyana Court of Appeal that words more votes cast should be interpreted to mean more valid votes are cast in relation to the elections held on 2nd March 20, that the local appeals court ruling on the matter is final and therefore cannot be appealed. Against the background, he is opposing special leave being granted by the CCJ to opposition People's Progressive Party General Secretary Barrett Jagdeo and its presidential candidate Irfan Ali to appeal the decision. And on to the weather forecast. The Saharan dust continues as it will increase to unhealthy levels during the nighttime. Sensitive persons are asked to take the necessary precautions. However, today will be partly cloudy and breezy with intervals of heavy showers at times from the late morning. There is a low chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon period, up to 2.5 meters in open waters and less than 1 meter in sheltered areas. High tides at 6:18 a.m. and 7:43 p.m. Low tides 1:09 p.m. Sunset at 6:30 p.m. Join us again at 8 a.m. for more news. I am Uma Ratan Singh. Good morning.
A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo for all your hardware materials from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. We have it all at A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retail lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section, and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors.
For quality items, visit Super Quality Supermarket of Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, as well as Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket, Cuba Car Park, for all your grocery items, liquor, fresh fruits, and vegetables, not forgetting their bed and bath section, and kitchen appliances for your home. With so many items to choose from, take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations: Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba for Market and Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket.
Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited, number 86 Pearville, opposite the TSTT Exchange in Mayaro. We specialize in all types of meats, dry goods, liquor, beverages, ice, LPG, gas, motor oils, stationery supplies, and photocopying. We also provide rentals of tents and chairs for your every occasion. Come in and take advantage of our specials at reduced prices on liquor, wholesale, and retail. We are open every day, even on public holidays, for your convenience. TT Post services are available here at Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited of number 86.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Yes, indeed, and welcome back to 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper. We just trying to keep you a bit informed here this morning as to what is happening with the weather pattern. And according to the Met Office, again, let me remind you that the Met Office did indicate that we can get we will have some showers today, and some of these showers could be heavy, as we would have had yesterday. So those of you who are living in low-lying areas, you are asked to take all the necessary precaution. And folks, let me again impress upon you about the Saharan dust. It's taking a toll on people. You need to take all the necessary precaution, especially if you are suffering with any sort of respiratory illnesses. You know, if you are abreast of advisories as coming from the Met Office, because I know a number of you are out to work this morning, given the fact that some of the restrictions have been lifted, and you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your health. As we continue to keep you informed, note that you can call us here this morning at 636-7547, 227-5739. We've been touching on some of the more major issues of the day, and you can share your thoughts with us.
Yes, well, of course, so many things happening. So many things. We touch on the absence of the Minister of National Security. Stuart Young. I asked anyone if they saw him or they heard of him.
He missing in action.
But he's a man. He's always, vocal.
Yeah, quite vocal indeed. Well, as a matter of fact, for the last 2 or 3 Ministry of Health update, he was not at the head table. So, but he's in the country. I can guarantee you that he is in the country. Probably ducking and hiding. You know, we are into this silly season, and you would want to believe that as political parties, the hierarchy of these political parties would assume a level of responsibility, knowing that we're getting into the 2020 general election. I'm saying this to you because Here it is, you have a young man who is aspiring to become a member of parliament, more so to represent people in the lower house. I'm talking here about Saddam Hussein, who is the candidate for the United National Congress in the Barataria. He, of course, is replacing Dr. Fuad Khan. Now, there was a report circulating this week where a masjid was questioning his lifestyle.
The Nur-e-Islam.
Yeah, they were questioning his lifestyle and portraying him in a particular light. Well, something which I don't want to get into. But the point I'm making, yesterday, the mosque itself from such claims. So is it mischief makers? And as a young man, you are trying to make a difference. You are soliciting votes. When you get reports like these, people who are trying to tarnish your image and cast aspersion on so on your character, you must be concerned about that, because we enter 2020. I mean, there are more things on which you can campaign on, but on a person's character and lifestyle, to me, that is unacceptable, Mukesh.
Well, people will spread rumors. Your competitor. So, and of course, we have always heard Kenrick, you in the media for so many years, decades, myself, of PNM Dirty Tricks. Mm-hmm. And he claimed about that. And how far, you see what happened? If they have nothing to say about you, Kenrick, they have not caught you in anything, then they got your lifestyle. And suggest
that the level of campaigning which we want to see in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, it has reached there, whether we want to see it or not.
No, I think that we should, display a greater level of maturity as we try to solicit and seek people votes.
All is fear in love and war.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Get back to you so fast.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, that level, supposed to be dealing with issues, and that personal attack, which you don't have any proof of, rumors, things like that, just rumors. And that's another point here. To go back to the mayor said that he all the time the people that lobbying for the Murai statue, they didn't do the homework and be aware that the mayor didn't have the authority to remove the statue. He had to direct your lobbying to the statue. So I mean, we here we come again, people just open them without any research, without any knowledge in the national forum. I mean, this system, man, do your homework and see who is responsible for what. And when it is direct your lobbying to that group or that person, things good.
All right, well, we hear you, my friend. Just in case it escape our callers or listening audience as to what the caller was talking about, Mayor Joel Martinez would have distanced himself, washed his hands off making any sort of decision as it relates to the removal of the Columbus statue. City Corporation itself do not have the necessary jurisdiction or the power or the mandate to remove that Trinidad and Tobago.
Whether the government will want to handle that, if the government see such a move will bring them votes, Kenrick, they may very well do it, if it could bring them behind the election season. However, if they feel that doing such will remove votes from them, they may defer it to after the election.
Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Good morning, Kendrick, and good morning, Mukesh.
Morning. Good morning.
I think Saddam Hussein is a very nice person. I think he will be molded into a good leader one day. And I say this because I listen to him a lot on Parliament. And I had the pleasure of meeting him, not at a formal setting, but a very informal setting, and caught him off guard. And I met him, and I tell you, it was a pleasure to meet him. And I met his family, and they are very hard-working way down here. And I say this because he was molded by somebody very smart, and he respects women. So I see an asset to the area that he wants to serve, and he will always bring positive vibes, positive news, and work for you. The other thing I want to say is I think the mayor of Port of Spain is a coward. I want to know about him. You know why I say this? He said he has done nothing to improve Port of Spain. Remember when there was that big fire in the savannah? All those houses there from the carnival? That is an eyesore. The people of Port of Spain are very rich. We're talking about the elite 1%. They can't stand him. They see he is spineless. And that is the people who could remove that statue. We make policy changes. We influence the power to change. But you see, fear comes from speaking up, because they will never tell you about your constitutional right to free speech when you have somebody like Mr. Faria who cowers and crawls on his belly back to the Prime Minister and say, I'm sorry. because you see that chips away at we rights. So I say, good luck to Saddam Hussein, that MP. I hope all you support him, because we have to be on him and say we want to create change. Then Port of Spain is a coward.
All right, ma'am. Well, we hear you. Well, look, I am not going to offer an opinion here, Mukesh, but I listened to Israel Khan, an attorney at law, a prominent attorney at law, who said that, I'm just trying to paraphrase here, that look, the removal of the statue is not really the mandate or the city corporation. They have that power. He's saying it's a central government thing. But first of all, you must have consultation with all stakeholders involved in it. But that's a matter which we would have exhausted.
I personally think, if I'm the government of the day, I will leave the statue day until election and let the people I will choke the fire and let the people talk about statue. So they won't talk about crime, they won't talk about economy, and just leave the statue and only make the discussion about statue behind the statue. So people won't talk about crime and things, and it will serve me well as a government.
Divert attention from the performance of the government of the day.
Perfect thing.
All right, let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. All right, we are so sorry to have missed a call. Yeah, we're going back to this smear campaign. Now, the UNC is saying, well, the people campaign, the People's National Movement, more so Rohan Sananan, is saying, no, that's not so. The UN point is this. Folks, we are into the city season. Election is in the air. Let's deal with the issues of the day, the challenges facing us here in Trinidad and Tobago, as opposed to getting in all of these frivolous, petty, and puerile exercises. Let's take this caller. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
I am quite in agreement with the Mayor of Port of Spain. This gentleman in the United States of America, Lee, he fought the right to own slaves. America's, especially black Americans, have the right to fight against that and get rid of his statue. I want to know from people of this country what that man who came here and found this island, brought the Spanish, and because that the slaves came and the Indians came, what he do to anybody here now in Trinidad, that is any of our ancestors. The only people who could have any claim to any atrocities committed against them is...
But Chris, hold on. Chris, hold on. The argument goes further. If you are bent on, or the argument is to remove the statue, Christopher Columbus statue, what about the coat of arms with these three ships?
Take off the ships. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And if you want to move Columbus statue, you want to take Columbus off the history, okay, fine. There we go. Columbus didn't come. Well, nobody else said come. So who feel that Columbus should not have come? Go back where you come from.
All right, well, we hear you. Thank you very much for your contribution. No, I mean, we would have exhausted that argument, Mukesh. To me, an issue where there's none, some people may be of the view that you and I do not understand what we are talking about. We do not understand the matter that is being put on the public domain. But to me, if you want to remove the statue, well, then there are other concerns which should be drawn to your attention, and I'm drawing your attention to the coat of arms.
If you are linking the statue to slavery, then go in your religious texts, and whichever page talk about slave, that condone slavery, tear it out. Remove it. If you are removing the statue using a religious book that condones slavery, go to that page. Just so you're removing the statue, remove that page.
All right, let's take this caller. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.
Morning, Mukesh. Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Morning, yeah.
Instead of removing the statue, you know they remove some tractor parts from the Ministry of Works and Charity?
When that happened,
after they remove, after the horse gone, then they lock in the gate and they're telling people they can't back inside. And the next thing, this fella kid who campaigning into Apuna, he can't come like the shoot or something. He campaign with a jacket for Mukesh.
You're talking about David Naked?
To go and see you had to have a jacket.
Well, he always a jacketer. UNC have to make a jacket, a yellow jacket.
Find out what happened in the Ministry of Works and Charity, boy. What happened?
all right, my friend. We'll try to find out. We'll try to find out from you. Anyway, go ahead.
The missing tractor part, something. Well, I don't know. Maybe if Karen, going in the ministry and removing tractor parts.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning, friend. How are you keeping?
I want to join the conversation about the lady who trying to smear the fella name. the Saddam Hussein fella.
Yes.
It's totally uncalled for.
Yeah, but who is doing it? The
Well,
PNM is saying
a very
UNC?
popular talk show host doing that.
Uh-huh.
I won't call she name, because I don't as yet. But the point is, she made that statement on Facebook, so she responsible for her statement. Right? You know, and she's speaking on the behalf of the Muslim community. I don't know if she's the Dalai Lama or what she is, but if she want to score points, you don't go about that, right? So she need to retract that statement. But the damage already done. So I guess Saddam Hussein should go because the statement connected with her. I won't call she name. But this is this nonsense. We have to stop in this place. If you say something, you must be able to back it up and stand the consequences out.
All right, my friend. Well, we hear you. Now, just let me inform the listening audience. The Nur-e-Islam Masjid El Socorro Samoa yesterday distanced itself from a poster and social media statement attributed to the organization which questioned the lifestyle of UNC Barataria San Juan candidate Saddam Hussein. Further to that, the UNC's public relations officer, Anita Haynes, the poster is ridiculous. It's unfortunate he'd have to address a personal attack like this. But we are confident he's going to breathe fresh air into elections, and we hope for the future of politics sees such my very same point I was making to you. Rather than smear someone's campaign, I think there are more pertinent issues which needs to be discussed of the day. How you plan to develop the community, how you plan to develop the infrastructure within the constituency itself. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Yeah, morning again. Well, I agree with all that I said, Mr. Mukesh.
Yes, sir.
I would have used that statue and block the whole campaign. I would have get some historians to give them detail how the statue went up there, everything.
Yes.
And what I issues.
Yeah.
I agree with it.
All right. Yes. Well, this is what this is. You know, if I am the ruling party, I will definitely encourage the discussion on the statue because it will divert and digress from the more pressing issues of the day like crime, poverty, education, all these things. Good morning.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
You know, I want to share opinion, right, about both parties. We are seeing a lot of changes in both parties. We're seeing a lot of young, right? At this time, we have the COVID-19. We have a lot of problems that we occur from the past, right? You see these young people coming on board. This, to me, this is not the right time. You see, all the big heads have jumped out from both parties when they have reaped the benefits, when the country had money, when they could have tried out new young people at that time. ISIS, they want to try out these young people, and they are the ones who will carry the burden for the next couple of years. And the ones who have been blamed will be blamed. But we must remember, the heads have lived and they have filled the pocket and leave.
Very much. And it's now 7:31. Time for a news commercial break. We will keep the lines open afterwards.
KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia, for all supplies, water heaters, filters and water pumps, plus all parts for Gould, Pentax and Leo pumps. Choose from leading brands such as Cooper, Varma, BTCino, Leviton and General Electric. Call 665-6954 for more information. KY's Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Canupia.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 20 wholesale and retail prices. Contact Shiklisha Limited, 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Well, the last caller spoke about young people. Listen, I've said before that not because you are young and people calling for young, just throw you out there. And just because you are young and ambitious. But you have never served a community and have never served the public as yet. But I shall come to that in a short while. Let's say this call. Hello?
Hello, good morning, Mukesh.
Good morning to you, yeah?
Yes, you know, an allegation was made on someone who in high office, and calls had made for that same person to step down, and he still hold that position until someone is hiding in England because of that allegation. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
It will come to me in a short while, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's the person not to hide away in England, right?
That's right.
From the
Yes,
law
yes.
association.
Yes, yes.
For that person to step down, and that person still sits in high office.
Yes.
And similar, and we saw pictures and everything like that. So I don't know what they're coming up with now.
Yes.
So you see the similar thing, but they find it with this one, you see? But they will talk about that one. Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, if they look for things in everyone, they are going to find something to say. They are going to try their best to say something about someone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Well, I know it's politics, but can I send a little request here, please?
Well, it's not really a request program, but Kenrick is not here, so I'll give you a chance. Go ahead.
All right. I want to say happy birthday to my dear husband, Ramesh.
Yes.
I want to wish him good health, strength, and long life in the future. May God bless him. Thank you.
Today's his birthday?
Yes, Mukesh.
And what are you having for him?
Well, today is my fasting day, so it's prayers, food, and palsad and so on.
All right.
Thank you.
I am sure he will appreciate all that on his birthday. Good morning.
Mr. Abraham.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. There's some feedback.
I quite agree with you.
Yeah.
If you don't have a track record of volunteerism, service, community, organization, where you go to the politics?
Yeah.
Just toe the line. What monkey see monkey do? And this is the problem here. We don't look for the people who have some track record in your work in your community, who have been there. Something went wrong and they were there to fix it. They volunteer their services. You don't want them, you know.
Right.
Your leader say take that one, you take that one. Follow the leader, follow the leader. And this is policy in different ways. The people who assist always are the ones who are assisting.
Yes.
And the ones who don't assist, when you hear time come for promotion or something, and a card to get some benefit, they're in the front line. Thank you.
All right. Well, you know, with no track record, if a young person wants to join politics, they should not join at the highest. What experience do you have? Let's go to the lines. Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, morning again.
Yes.
I just wanted to talk about one more thing. Election time, right?
Yeah.
And whoever working for the people and so on, etc. And as to this government, highway and the potholes really seem to be everywhere, and they're not doing anything about them. And as the rain has started, albeit scantily, the potholes have started to fill up, and in my area, the Perseverance pothole portable with lots of problems. I see a few patches have been, made in the nearer to Chaguanas, but further down in Ramona's area, the road is crumbling and disintegrating and everything else, and nothing is being done in this side. I don't know why. I think there was a private, paver patcher that had club. They advertise that all the time. So I don't know if they had done the work there, but on this side there's nothing. Right? And other places now I've seen private properties. I've been borrow on the regional corporations. I hope not. But the government can't seem to afford. I don't know. Only the UNC has ever paved roads. Okay? Bye.
All right. Well, of course, if you see private property being paved, well, maybe the private persons pay for that. There are a lot of people with lots of money.
Good morning, the honorable gentleman.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. the Honorable Babu Wright.
Yes.
And the Honorable Kenrick.
Yes.
Gentlemen, I want to make a pronouncement. I was very, very pleased to have been fortunate to listen to that pronouncement. The Honorable Mia Motley of Barbados, the chairman of the CARICOM group.
Yes.
On the Ghana election thing. That gives you hope that things could possibly work out. But she was quite subtle in saying 4 other private accompanied her to 3 of them had made very, very sound and pronouncement on Mr. Granger. even the one who going to be replacing her, I think it's Mr. Gonzalez of St. Vincent.
Yeah.
Our pitman basically has to come out now and make a strong statement. Remember, he went down there to basically look with Mia Motley, but before that, he had a big delegation going down to Guyana to meet Guyana.
You had a for she going to Guyana.
Right after battle the case. But the more important thing, I want him to make a pronouncement on Lovell Francis. He has not made a statement on that racist post that gentleman made who is in Parliament. Now, he is in a very difficult position. You remember he was using the pip word?
Yeah.
We have to take out that pip from his mouth now. We want him to make a pronouncement. He can't be silent. We can't have Granger getting away with it, because if Granger gets away with it, most likely it could happen in Trinidad. People have to understand that. And there is between members of the EBC and the ruling party, right?
Why would you why would you want to say that, sir?
I don't want to say that, but that is reality.
Give me the evidence.
It could be pumpkin vine, it could be blood relative, but all of those things, perception has some credibility sometime, you know.
So you are going with perception?
Right.
No evidence, but just perception.
You understand? A lot of people, and I want the eyes of the voters that nothing, and there is an excess too with the judiciary, you know.
Yeah.
All are we boys, they just call it, are we boys?
Like Tobago language. Like Tobago language.
You understand?
Yes.
And there are judgments also that there's big question mark for it, but we let it go. But I like how it's going. And look out for the fuel gate coming on now, because I hear...
All right, nice, good. All right, thank you. Good morning.
Tell him what's up in Ghana camp in Trinidad, boy.
Really?
That camp here.
Really?
Listen, we have a history of revolution, you know.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, nice, good. What meet we pass we and all right, take a call before the break. Good morning.
Morning, location. I'd like to make and this is very serious, especially to the farmers out there who talk about gardening all the time. And this is for the big farmers out there who are getting thousands of acres of land. And one is swallowing up the other one. One is agriculture for food, and one is agriculture for commodity. When I say commodity, I mean like tobacco, how you trade soybeans, rice, maybe cotton, or other products that could be stored for a long time and traded in the market. But what is happening now is we have a movement in technology. And what they're doing is these investors from Wall Street, from New York, you have to remember this is a real entity. They trade globally, affect every market in the world. They are working with manufacturers of goods, and they are taking over state lands in other countries, getting swaths of land leased by government. And they now are taking data that they collected from farmers, because in America, farmers' data is collected. You have John Deere machine. John Deere is the biggest company. Monsanto is down here in Trinidad. These machines track how much land you're farming, how much you're producing, the climate, the number of seeds, the data, how much water. And what they do with that data is they sell it. And they use it also in climate planning our future for tomorrow. And if we don't pay attention and question government, why are you leasing $1,000 million to this big company who is an excavation company, and he's the biggest goat farmer? This isn't about favors, it's about the future.
Well, it's 7:45. You're going to a commercial break, right?
All right, thanks, Mukesh.
Excellent. 7:45 in the morning, always free to call back. And again, we leave the lines open after when we return.
For quality items, visit Super Quality Supermarket of Honest and Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City Cash and Carry Supermarket, Cuba Car Park, for all your grocery items, liquor, fresh fruits and vegetables, not forgetting their bed and bath section and kitchen appliances for your home. With so many items to choose from, take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations: Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavor Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba for quality items, super quality supermarket, and quality cash and carry supermarket.
Hurry to 3C2 Rentals, number 77 Bonaventure Road, Gasparillo, for your business and personal tool and rental needs in machines, compactors, concrete vibrators, demolition hammers, drills, saws, scarifiers, pressure washers, generators, welding units. 62 or 789-4581 for more information.
Now 7:47 in the morning. U975 FM. Just having some political discussions. And of course, for those of you who prefer to go on your computer, you can log on to us on RCL U97. Yes.
You said that it's not possible here to steal elections, right?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, well, something to that effect. Don't forget the last election when rain fell and we didn't have enough umbrellas and raincoats to get to the polling booth. They gave us an extra hour, right?
You went to the polling booth last election?
The last election, wasn't it an hour extra for voting?
Yeah, but did you go to your polling booth?
I'm ever going to be able to put back my dear lady there.
So, and when they see election bell, when they see the election, the total election bell, you will see Miss Lyman waving her flag, wearing her T-shirt with a picture in front. Good morning,
Babu.
Yes, sir.
That 8-foot grave in Tobago, by social distancing for COVID, you know.
No, I want to laugh about it. I know it's a serious matter, so I don't want to. All right, nice, good. Yes. Oh boy. Good morning.
Yeah, Mukesh.
Yes, sir.
I still studying that why it is that they put on the 8-feet grave in the back of that church.
Yeah.
You know that how me can have baffle, in a church, not because the churchyard has have it to the churchyard cemetery. They didn't have a cemetery in the back there.
No.
And nobody else see who was digging that grave in the back there. I sure they dig out that back, they can't dig out repeat.
No, right.
You understand? They dig out with backhoe, 8 feet to go down with backhoe. Nobody, if people had to dig that grave or grave, they don't have to dig it. It will take a few days. Nobody else see that point to dig over. Well, this thing kind of started worrying me, boy.
Well, whether people dig it or a backhoe dig it, to cast it also. To pour concrete in.
Nobody has renovation.
To move gravel with little pickup or
and it have about 5, 6 using shovel.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Could be one determined man. One man could dig a hole in 2 days and 2 nights if they dig it in a night.
Yeah, but if partner here what guys are frightening thing, eh?
Yes.
Guys are frightening thing. And you know why I don't like about this Bharatiya candidate? I don't like the name.
Why you don't like Saddam Hussein name?
Saddam, I don't know first to begin. That Saddam have a history. And if I have to vote for him, I am voting because I frightened with that name here. He couldn't find a better name than couldn't put something. He can't tell me get a name from the Quran. Or get it from the book or some kind of thing. And this is it. You will take that name and you're going to wash it on the political platform because the name have a history. Just like Christopher Columbus, so you have a history, that name have a history with too. And all these kind of things, you have to pick things. Monilal get it already.
No, like today, while he was screened, they said all candidates were screened.
Like the last, when they don't call the name for, when they call the date for election, they like to go pick keyboard. I don't know now, right? But anyway, all that kind of things that's going on right now, I tell you that I'm looking rosy.
All right. Well, you are saying Saddam Hussein don't like the name. Look how Christopher Columbus, the name and thing. Well, I'll tell you, our current Prime Minister, his middle name is Christopher. So who knows? Saddam Hussein may want to become the prime minister. Because if you don't like the name, you feel his name is current prime minister. Middle name is Christopher. Well, maybe Saddam might be prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago in years to come. Good morning.
Last caller, I prefer your name Woody Monila.
All right, but nice day. Oh boy. Good morning.
Lucas.
Yes, eh.
Rapid.
I am here. What about you?
I good. I got let me call you and tell you I'm still locked on. No man, you don't hear from me.
Well, so nice to have learned that.
And I noticed you still like couture.
No, girl, I have to behave myself.
You don't behave at all. It's this thing with this Christopher.
Behave myself, so.
I not on that. I'll leave the statue alone.
Why you want to leave the statue?
Because the statue gives us the identity as Trinidadians and Tobagonians.
You ever went and look at the statue?
Yes, I live in right at Dog. We know we were Trinidadians and Tobagonians. It's true, he came and he met the Carib and the Arawak.
Yes.
But I mean, he gave the name a country. So, he gave the country a name.
Yes.
You know, so it's true that we get the identity as Trinidad. Some people might not agree with me, but that's my feeling.
A lot of people mightn't agree with you, but yes, that's your feeling. Okay, well, thank you.
You have a lovely day, and don't forget I'm always locked on.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, sweetheart. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, that's Vashti from Belmont. Well, you know, the PNM is known to remove statues and things, eh? One time they went in the night, dead of the night by the Red House, and they removed a couple little monuments out there in the night. The dead of the night they went and they removed certain things. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have a problem with Saddam name.
Yeah.
Middle East.
Iraq, yes.
Yeah. Well, you ever hear about the dictator named Eric Gary?
Yes.
Gary
Gary in Grenada.
Yeah. Why he changed Eric? And he named Eric too?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what Papa and Baby Doc, and one of them the name Eric, the correct name was Eric?
Baby Doc is in and Papa Doc that's in Haiti.
Yeah, but the dictators.
Yeah.
And the name of one of them, I think is the smaller Doc with the name Eric.
Yeah.
No, his middle name was Eric. But they get that nickname Papa Doc and Baby Doc. Because of what it is to do the people over there.
Yeah.
Robert Mugabe, there's a Robert from Africa.
Yeah.
Here, with the man with the fire. LaHunt or something so.
Robert LaHunt.
But they could change that too. And all of them with the English name, they find out where they come from and they could change that too. These people who are nothing to do, you know, we're talking about move this statue and this and that. They have nothing to do, you know. Look, it's Mukesh.
What's that?
You got to see it?
What's that? Tell me.
6 o'clock this morning, everybody gone. Because Trump signed an order. If I catch a burning flag, 10 years. Or breaking down a statue. Everybody gone. You know where they find it?
Yeah.
316 people who live in the homeless people. And Vegra and marching for the George Floyd thing. And the Brooks fella that died thing. The people going home. There's a set of homeless people remain there, 316 of them. When they ask them, you know who is Abraham Lincoln? No, they tell we pull it down. That's the same thing going on with these idiots and them here, boy. Somebody tell them something about Christopher Columbus and then fly with that. I want to pull down the man, this and that. 400 or 500 years ago. How much of them read the history of Columbus that they listen to people, I want to pull it down. But there's a statue in Santa Cruz of Carib. I wonder if they're going to prolong that too. Right. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Well, I have said before, because of Columbus and his discovery started there, that I am. But nevertheless, I never bothered with the statue. I went to Port of Spain many times, never even went and looked at the statue. Maybe I passed the other and I looked at it. But because of controversy, it has brought to the fore many things. But news is up next. Kenry Jagannath is here. Omar Ratan Singh is here. Let me clear the way.
Of 8 o'clock, let's take this final caller to the 8 o'clock hour. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Morning, Kenrick.
Hi, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. And good morning to Mukesh. Well, I just wanted to add my little 2 cents to Columbus. And when people, education is one of the greatest power a person, because form of slavery you could ever have is when people enslave themselves. And if people don't understand who Christopher Columbus was, simply because the statue was there however long, I am in favor of it come museum. And all of those lovers of who want history could go and name.
Stop there. If that's a reminder of how you would have been enslaved in a particular way, it must not stop there. It must stop with renaming also to the square itself, Columbus Square. It must also engage the removing the insignia on the coat of arms. And you can go on and on and on and on. So it just must not stop there. You must not be selective in your argument. Look at it holistically. And I'm sure you agree with me.
Sure. And of course, he mentioned about Bombay and Mumbai and things. And I'll
the discussion.
Okay.
Anyway, we're up to the 8 o'clock on newscast, and when we come back, we'll continue with our discussion right here, 975 FM, Hot Like Pepper.
Time has come. New 97. Make it your choice. Something for everyone. Music for you. It's all about you.
U97.5 Jake Alicia Limited and the Trinidad and Tobago News Day.
7.5 FM, Hot Like Pepper Multicultural Radio. With the news, I'm Uma Ratan Singh. Good morning. Minister Dr. Keith Rowley that government will embark on 2 projects with 2 energy companies to provide the country with clean energy at a cost on par with the current electricity output. In a feature address at the Energies Chambers Conference, which was held in the country in the same way natural gas has been able to. The projects will be part of an overall initiative to reduce carbon emissions by 15% by 2030. Domestic violence remains a cause of confusion to the debate on Domestic Violence Amendment Bill 2020 in the lower house. Minister Webster Roy shared statistics from the last 3 years. She said the most recent data from the Central Registry on Domestic Violence revealed there were 1,058 reports. Minister Webster Roy said the amendments to the legislation are necessary to deal with a scourge of domestic violence in this country.
Coming out of the crime and problem analysis of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service revealed that for the period 2010 to June 12, 2020, reports on breach of protection orders across the 9 divisions of police service totaled 2,664.
The voice of Minister Webster Roy. Wrecking will resume in San Fernando from main shopping area. Speaking with members of the media at High Street, Mayor Junior Regrello said the council was reluctant to resume wrecking and at this time because of the financial difficulty. In a related story, Mayor of Port of Spain Joel Martinez yesterday said he has withdrawn himself from making the decision to have the Christopher Columbus statue removed and will leave the final to Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking at the statutory meeting at City Hall, Mayor Martinez said the statue, which was donated to the capital city in 1881, has over the years raised a country's past history and its forefathers. Mayor Martinez said that as a responsible entity, he cannot make the final decision to have the statue removed. The voice of Mayor Joel Martinez. As the COVID-19 restrictions begin to get relaxed, the long-awaited essay will move forward as planned. This, according to the Education Garcia, as he confirmed the secondary entrance assessment examination will take place as planned on August 20th.
See in the media, in some aspects of the media, that data set.
Garcia was emphatic that the exam will go on as scheduled despite grumblings from the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association exam. Maxi maxi taxis and taxis are once again operating at full capacity, and the Minister of Health, Terence Dayal Singh, is pleading with the public to wear masks, especially when in sport. This, he said, will help fight the COVID-19.
The legal ramifications of having a law making it illegal not to wear masks is something that the Attorney General has advised against. What we are doing from this forum is using strong moral suasion. I am also noting the legislation. Some countries have a culture that allows them to follow that law. Some countries don't have that culture to follow that type of draconian law.
The voice of Minister Dayal Singh. Regionally, as international pressure continues to mount, emanating from the national recount to be used as the basis for the declaration of the final Guyana election. Assistant Secretary for the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs, Michael Kozak, has taken to social media to repeat the Guyanese spoke clearly at March 2nd General and Regional months ago. Healthy levels during the night time. Sensitive persons are asked to take the necessary precautions. However, today will be partly cloudy and breezy with intervals of heavy showers at time from late morning. There is a low chance of thunder. 8 a.m. I am Irma Ratan Singh. Good morning.
Quality items, visit Super Quality Supermarket of Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, as well as Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket, all your grocery items, liquor, fresh fruits, and vegetables, not forgetting their bed and bath section, and kitchen appliances for your homes from. Take advantage of our great prices and discounts at any of our 3 locations, Trin City Industrial Estate in Trin City, Endeavour Road, Chaguanas, and Cuba for quality items, supermarket, and Quality Cash and Carry Supermarket.
A&S Hardware and the General Contractors Limited of 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo for all deals from foundation to finish. Not forgetting all your general contracting needs. We have it all at the General Contractors Limited, located at 107 Bonaventure Road in Gasparillo. Just call Tiki Ali at 650-2180.
A&S Hardware are wholesalers and retailers of plywood, an assortment of lumber, galvanized pipe, hollow section, and steel. Customers can enjoy special prices on white pine and pitch pine doors.
Attention all baker roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canupia. Shiklisha you can trust.
Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited, number 86 Pearville, opposite the TSTT Exchange in Mayaro. We specialize in all types of meats, dry goods, liquor, beverages, ice, LPG, gas, motor oils, stationery supplies, and photocopying. We also provide public holidays for your convenience. TT Post services are available here at Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited of number 86 Pearville, Mayaro, where our friendly staff will be happy to serve you.
Hi, Sharon. How is your daughter?
Fine. She's 2 inches taller.
My son is 5 inches taller.
My daughter's class prefect.
Well, my son is president of the book club.
My daughter scored 90% on her SEA test.
My son...
Revamped SEA test supplement helps students improve their chances of success. Let your child build today the future they want tomorrow.
Available in your Monday Newsday. Newsday, independent and credible.
Yes, indeed, and welcome back to 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. Just about 13 minutes here past the hour of 8 o'clock, and let me remind you that time check came to you through the kind courtesy of a radio 975 FM Hot Like Pepper. We are today's edition of the number one morning talk show in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. You Talk on 975 with yours truly, Kenrick Jaggernaut and Mukesh Baburam. And yes, you can call us this morning at 636-7547 and 227-5739. Mukesh, before we went to the 8 o'clock newscast, one of our callers, removal of Christopher Columbus statue. Note that Mayor of Port of Spain, Joel Martinez, would have said, well, look, you know what? I am distancing myself from this. I may have my views on this matter, per consultation with all the relevant stakeholders, and more so the decision lies with the government of the day. And I support him in this measure because it's a very contentious one indeed. Now, I want to move on with the argument here, Mukesh, and let me get your take on it after. We have a crime situation in Trinidad and Tobago. The wave of criminality continues. We have a murder rate of over 226 people would have been murdered in the country thus far. But that's not the issue I'm dealing with. We have chorus of calls coming on to Commissioner to look at the crime situation in this country. Then we want to quantify what is a crime. Of Columbus statue, in my opinion, public property is a crime. By defacing that, you have people calling out for justice. You have people calling out at to reduce, or rather discrimination. All of these arguments coming on to the fore, all of these concerns are being shared, and people mounting their opinion. Nothing wrong in that. But my point is this: those think the statue of Christopher Columbus should be charged. Should be charged. You are a criminal. You are breaking the law, and yet you want to talk about justice and rights in this country. Utter hypocrisy.
Well, certain, lawless acts, let me say this, certain lawless acts tend to be permitted under certain circumstances. For instance, the police commissioner stood there and his men and people gathered by the Queen's Park Savannah protesting and things. If you say of the Columbus statue, though, unlawful, because this is done with a particular, it's to look the other way. My contention with the gentleman is that it represents slavery, and I said it does not represent slavery. Listen, again, my position is clear. If somebody have invaded your country and have changed monuments and things, and installed their monuments, when they leave, you can remove the monuments they put up, because they invaded your country. But if we all built a country together, then we should not remove, in India, the fellow mentioned Bombay. When England went into India, they met a place called Mumbai. They changed the name of the place Mumbai and they call it Bombay. England left India. And if the people of India want to call back the place Mumbai, they call it back Mumbai. It's as simple as that. It has nothing to do about slavery and all these things.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I want to contribute to the discussion, and while you would have, so I want to remind the listening audience of an article published in today's edition of the Guardian newspaper. But let me take this call on the line first. Hello, good morning. Okay, I'm sorry to miss your call. Listen to what this letter writer to the Guardian is saying. You speak of erasing colonial ways of life. Of colonial ways of life, such as in the Spanish and English colonial education system, health system, clothes that you wear, language that you speak, and technology such as a cell phone, which was developed by a Westerner. The writer goes on to say, if you so believe in your ideas and conviction, why not give up all the... I noted that in The meeting with the mayor of Port of Spain wore a colonial grey suit, not African attire, while Bermudez wore jeans and jersey, colonial attire. You speak of erasing colonial artifacts and traces, but you wait.
Well, for those of you who, especially the gentleman who called in, well, let him finish with English music and thing, and let him sing Biraha, and let me see, Tumri and Ghazal, and finish with the ballads and thing you listen, and those sing Parang and thing.
No, his argument is the statue itself reminds him of his colonial past and the enslavement and whatnot and whatnot. So, then maybe where does it stop? Let's take this caller.
And just before when he go to dance Harish Chandra dance and Saran Kumar and thing.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Good morning, Mukesh. The way I know it, and I learned it in school, is that Christopher Columbus discovered Trinidad, right?
Yes.
And if you have a statue of Trinidad, all right, that is history. And you can't change that. When people come down tourists, that's the reason why Trinidad and Tobago, they have a problem with the tourism. They always want to destroy things that a tourist would come down, see the statue. They want to take a picture with Christopher Columbus, a family by a statue. All right? And that's the thing about it. We in Trinidad here, we don't, tourism sites, we destroy them.
All right. Well, I hear you, my friend. Well, thank you very much. And the argument can be on the Arawaks. They were always at loggerheads with one another. Yes?
Caribs invading Arawaks.
Right. These very tribes committed crimes against each other.
Yes.
So what are you going to do? Try to rewrite history?
Caribs used to, invade the Arawaks, kill the men, take the women.
Enslave them.
Enslave some of the men who they capture also. And take the women as the outside women.
So let's rewrite history and do not pen the contribution of the Caribs.
Listen,
is that what we're doing? Utter hypocrisy, boy. Dotishness.
There has been no perfect civilization.
None.
There has been no perfect civilization.
Go back to the argument is this, Mukesh. These statues, these streets named after colonialism and so on, reminds people a certain section of society of enslavement. That's fine. But removing the statue, it should not stop there. It should continue. And that's the point I'm making. Maybe there should be calls now coming from these very same people to change the coat of arms. Don't you think?
Definitely. But whatever represents Columbus and all these things, if you want to remove that.
So don't stop there.
Yeah. Christopher, he came here on behalf of Spain, so remove Parang. Christmas time, you must not be dancing to Parang.
No.
Right.
Well, let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Okay, Mukesh and Kendrick, I'm not a little soapbox, okay? But you have to understand, who was Christopher Columbus working for? He was working for stakeholders. Stakeholders who were investors in trade. They were looking for gold and other commodities. And Christopher Columbus was a cartographer. Apology they were using because they played religion with us. They came here to exploit the resources, and Christopher Columbus did not discover anything by accident. He wanted to invade India. They were searching for a route to get beyond the Silk Road.
Okay, no, hold on. Wait. Challenging you. What does that have to do with the removal of Christopher Columbus statue?
Because I'll tell you something. We are at a point of realization. The stakeholders who invested in this country did not care about our oppression. And that is a reminder today when the Prime Minister and the opposition gets into Parliament and they say, we are passing this legislation because our stakeholders...
No, who oppress who? My take on this matter is, where does it stop? It should not stop with the removal of Christopher Columbus statue, or more so, the changing of street names.
My forefathers transport them to the West Indies for them to work URP and CPEP. That time they didn't have URP and CPEP. They came here to work hard. And I'm proud to say they work hard, very hard, and I am a product of that. So this thing, socialist, leftist view they have.
I want to call it a call back, Mukesh. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Yes, hi, good morning, Kenrick and Mukesh.
Good morning, dear.
You know, some nights are saying on the TV there, they want to remove Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ family, and they shouldn't have them in none of the churches. So I wonder, they should the name and change their whole mindset and the mentality, because that is enslaved. The mind and the mentality, they have it enslaved. Thank you. Free letter.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take another call on the line. Hello, sorry to miss your call. No, and in this letter written by one called Zane, his voice once calling on this violence. Finally, what has Bermudez done to help our people? Her voice is silent on the crime and genocide that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago right now. Let's take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. All right, I'm sorry. So let me continue. Your call for removing racism in itself, as you do not respect other views or other races' contribution to society. You people are opportunists looking for attention.
And indeed, we have mentioned that before. And but I see we have a callers in the line.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes. Or even bringing down closer to the bottom of the sheet. And those people that are saying they want to take it down, the attitude and the ideas, all of a sudden, instead of you try to push the country forward, now you're looking for roots. What roots you have? We all here came under the similar circumstances. What you're trying to say, and is that a figment for certain ex-trade unionists? He lives somewhere up there in Prisal. I want to know, since when this guy come up with the political party and he is always dancing around because he had the OWTU to back him up. And now, what has he done for person? And I would say, I believe in the Bible. I believe in the Holy Bible. And what does Jesus Christ? All this is in the Bible. These people, when you hear time for independence, they get together together, and you know the government will pass out a little chichi for them. That is what...
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
I just heard a history there from, I think it's been Madras. I've never almost any book. But if she could direct me to which book she got from, I'd be happy to read it.
All right, nice, good.
No, here. And let me go further, because the writer is making some relevant points. Opportunists looking for attention. As you have realized that you are becoming irrelevant in society, and are hypocrites. You preach one thing and do another. If you would like to stand up for your people, do like the indigenous people of Canada who dress in their indigenous clothes and eat indigenous life. Give up your cars, Western foods. Don't use planes to travel, and don't travel to any Western country for vacation because they are colonial. In other words, the letter writer is stating, you are objecting to all of these colonial names and what have you, but you adorn yourself.
To Ms. Bermudez is talking about?
Yes.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's utter hypocrisy. Utter hypocrisy.
Yeah.
If you want to engage in a campaign to remove all of those, let's say, artifacts or so on or whatever that reminds you of slavery, reminds you of discrimination and what have you, it must not continue. Let's rewrite history. Let's change the whole complexion of Trinidad and Tobago. Otherwise, keep all our mouth shut.
Well, the history of the world has to do with discrimination, has to do with conquest, has to do with oppression, has to do with quite a number of things, slavery, all these things. That is the history of the world. I do not know of any...
Let me provoke the audience again. If you are calling for the removal of Christopher Columbus statue, hey, start a campaign, write letters to the editor.
Something to Kendrick. I am so, with this Christopher Columbus, I'm so thankful for him, for me being here. That maybe Discovery, when he discovered Trinidad, I might start celebrating it again.
Hold on, Mukesh. We have a caller here on the line. Hello, good morning. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jyoti's Puja Store is your one-stop puja store for all puja, wedding and cremation materials. Also available books, mithai and murtis made to order. Jyoti's Puja Store today and be greeted with the kindest and most courteous staff with best prices and secured parking. Jyoti's Puja 42 Southern Main Road, Chase Village, Shigwanas. Contact 671-3849.
Kathy's School Spot Enterprises Limited, number 86 Pearville, opposite the TSTT Exchange in Mayaro. We specialize in all types of meats, dry goods, liquor, ice, LPG, gas, motor oils, stationery skiing. We also provide rentals of tents and chairs for your every occasion. Come in and take advantage of our specials at reduced prices on liquor, wholesale and retail. We are open every day, even on public holidays for your convenience. TT Post services are available here at Kathy's Cool Spot Enterprises Limited of number 86 Pearville, Mayaro, where our friendly staff will be happy to serve you.
Yes, indeed, and thanks for staying with us here at 97.5. We're moving up to the hour of 9 o'clock. Just about 27 minutes here to the hour of 9. Note that at the top of the hour, you can join the Beats Hi-Fi, who will be off 12 noon today with some beautiful music from our studio here in Couva in central Trinidad. Business people, as you have now opened your doors, business people are now offering goods and services to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me also add that if you have a product, goods or service, and you wish to advertise it, you wish to market such, well, then you need to contact us here at 720 Pass-Ram for making you and I, Mukesh, look so nice this morning on YouTube. Yes, you can catch us live on YouTube.
Well, I just do my little makeup and thing before I come to the studio, Kendrick, because you're on camera now.
Well, sometimes much grooming do not make a difference. I just thought I'd add that this morning.
Okay, well, I'm seeing here. I'm seeing here in the newspaper, Kendrick, Rambachan slams lack of involvement from communities. Tabakit MP Dr. Surojatan Rambachan, well, he won't be.
Yes, he
won't be. Is taking issue with communities and religious organizations which do not take an active role in preventing and addressing issues of domestic violence. But in all the problems that we encounter, we leave it to the government alone to do it. So crime, government alone must do it. Domestic violence, government alone must, and laws and things. And he is right. I have always said, advocate for communities making their own manifesto. And don't leave it for the politicians to tell us what they're doing. We must tell the politicians what they ought to do for us in year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. We should make our own, I passed it to my village and things like that. And give that to the members of parliament. This we expect from you. So, you see, as members of the community, we just go and vote and we relax now. And in the next 5 years, we blame politicians. And we would not bring the community together and mention to the politicians, you see, in year 1, we propose you do this. Year 2, so we give them, our own manifesto. Having said that, domestic violence, religious organization, and he pointed out a nice thing here, Kendrick, and he said here, let me see, I lost it here, but he said, I am particularly disturbed by the fact that leaders in the communities at the level of churches, mandir and mosque, and so on, are not doing enough to inform their congregations about domestic violence. He said he's still disturbed about how old values are still being used to influence people not to report domestic violence or continue to sit down and be the victims of domestic violence.
All right, we have Mr. Cole. Well, as we touch on that, we're heading up to the 2020 general election. And I was in discussion with some friends of mine some time back. And in our community, I would have asked the question, what are our needs? What are our concerns? What we want for our community? How can we further improve our community? There was a silence coming from the group I was talking to. But let me take this call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning, Kimoti.
Mukesh.
Yes, Kimo.
Yeah, this country calling for 24 hours, boy. Every day, Jamura, every day.
So,
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Okay, Kendrick, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah, sure, dear.
Respond to your question. You had asked a question earlier about people should write letters about this statue, and we'll kill the statue and put it to end. How can people write letters and do all these things when they don't get the support from their own mayor? Your mayor is supposed to listen to the complaints of your constituents. He hears the complaints. You go before his authority. That is how a republic works. You have to share power. But now what's he doing? He say, backing off from this because I have...
No, the gentleman didn't say. You see, you're misinformed, ma'am. The gentleman said he is not backing off from this. He do not have the power to make a decision to remove the statue. If you would have listened to the argument put forward by one Israel Khan, the mayor and the city corporation do not have that mandate. They do not have that power. That lies with the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Going forward, consultation, but he cannot make a decision unilaterally. He has to make a decision based on what are the facts, what are the laws of the land.
And of course...
And this is the point that I'm trying to make.
The statue is based in Port of Spain, but this is not a Port of Spain issue alone. It's a national
issue. It's a national issue. And that's you see, we must listen, and we must listen carefully. He said it is a national issue. It is a national issue. And he, as the mayor of Port of Spain, cannot make that decision without consultation with proper stakeholders and the government of the day.
Well, you see, some people have enclosed themselves. They create barriers, And this is not to negative about Ms. Madras, but she carries a leftist line. And, anti-capitalist, anti-colonialist, all this kind of thing. So she will present this kind of views. Leftist people, most of them present these views.
While I'm not defending the mayor, but he would have welcomed that group of people into his office. He would have listened to their concern, looked at the petition, make a decision based on collaboration, based on discussion with stakeholders as we move forward. Let's take another call on the line. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 975.
Good morning, Kendrick.
Good morning, dear.
Quite a lot. Maybe a put an argument and so on, but she knows quite a lot. I made a call for Kenali to invite her as a guest. She really seems to know quite a lot.
Can sense your sarcasm, yes. Go ahead.
Well, okay, we call her. Yeah, so I'm asking about, you mentioned about people not, taking responsibility for several things, Kendrick. And have you heard any religious organization come out and speak about domestic violence during the discourse on
organization? Let's say during the week, engage in discussion. What are the issues of the day? Talk to a group of people. What are your concerns? To invite women or people or groups of people. Religious leaders are not are not per se just there to engage a flock. You have a greater role to play. You have a greater role to play, and I agree with Dr. Surajatan Ramachan. But I want to go back to my point. But I have some. Okay, you need a job. What kind of job do you want? Have you been able to employ yourselves? Have you been able to attend some of these courses and programs as outlined by the government of the day? No, but you want to work. You see, everybody wants a job, but are you employable? That's the question I'm asking. In your community, you have proper roads, you have proper lights, you have a reliable water supply, you have cable, you have all the... What is it do you want? Tell me, what is it you want the government of the day to do for you? What is it you want?
Well, religious people act in a certain way. This gentleman went by his pundit and he said, listen, Baba so long are trying to get a job and I can't get a job. And all this thing difficult. Baba said, all right, we're going to buy the riverside on so on thing. And Baba can puja and thing. Gentleman saying 2 weeks time he get work.
So a puja help him.
The man, the Baba do what he had to do. The Baba didn't say go by the councillor. Go by your MP. Look, write your application to this place. Baba said, listen, come down by the riverside and we will do a little puja and thing. Baba Karami, do we puja?
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Let me just tell somebody. This country was called a republic just to move a governor general to a president. A republic is supposed to be representing different peoples. A federal republic. A place big, large, different interests, different cultures. So when we talk about that is where our republic operates. We have a democracy. The mayor doesn't come and tell the people do this. People have to insist on what they want for themselves. And what you were saying there just so right. You want pound the pavement, write letters, do something. Don't expect the mayor to stand up there and talk for you. That is not a democracy. That is a dictatorship. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution.
Okay, as well as 8:42 in the morning. As we have another caller, we can.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Kendrick, I'll make it very quick.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. You see, I'm giving you a lot of oxygen. Go ahead.
We got republic status.
Yes.
We are the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, not the Commonwealth of Trinidad and Tobago or anything like that. We are a republic status. I want people to look up the definition of republic. Repower. There's a chain that works with a republic. You have regional cooperation, you have your village council, and you have your community center. From you have your aldermen, you have mayors, you have all kinds of people. And then you go to the next level for MPs. And then you go into parliament. You see, we don't follow that. That's why when other countries, they are corrupt. We are a democracy because we believe in our republic status. We believe that we're peaceful. We're not pacifist people. We will stand for our rights. But we are not following the rules. That is why our Chief Justice, we have a Chief Justice who was accused of a very terrible incident, and this man had to run to a first world country to seek asylum. And nobody said anything. They're defending him. How could you have trust in a system like that? You have a Prime Minister who has members who's shopping without procurement. Investors exploit opportunities like that. And that is why they say, you see, I'm not a leftist. I'm saying we're not following the rule of law. The mayor needs constituents.
No, but who's saying that the mayor is not listening? The mayor is listening. Yeah, he may not make a decision which might be comforting to you, but he is listening.
Listen, if I'm a politician and 20 people come by me and making noise and thing, that doesn't mean, that doesn't mean 20 people does not represent noisy. They're just noisy, and that's all. But we need to go to commercial break. It's 8:45, and let's see here. All right.
Electrical Supplies Limited of Southern Main Road, Cunupia, for all your plumbing and electrical supplies, water heaters, filters, and water pumps. Plus,
and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg, and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited, 665-3336, or visit us at Warrenville, Cunupia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Yes, indeed, and welcome back to 97.5 FM Hot Like Pepper. Let's go to our lines again. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Henry,
good morning.
The United States of America have a president. You have governors who have within the law the right to make certain decisions. That takes place in a republic. Where does definition from republic? We have what? And what is coming from? I would like to see a definition somewhere.
Right.
You know, when people come on the radio talking, and you're talking like if you know what you're talking about, there's no such thing as this. You'd never see what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. When people come on, that's a republic. Well, come on, give me a definition. Put it on the press for me, and let you and I come on this radio, and let people know what I think I know.
All right, we hear you. Thank you very much for your contribution. Hello, good morning. All right, we're so sorry to miss your call. You need to call us back at 636-7547, 227-5739. You know, some people, Mukesh, don't know the difference between a head of state and a head of government. The difference between the executive and the legislature.
Well,
so the young lady, you try to give us a lesson in government of duty. Well, we welcome that. Go ahead.
Yes, I see you have to call us.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to 975. Good morning. Good. No, the thing about that, look, this is what the program is about. Not so, Mukesh, to give people an opportunity to share their thoughts.
And we welcome that.
And
we welcome that.
Yeah, it all have different views being shared with us. Hello, good morning, and welcome to 97.5. Good morning.
Hey, Kendrick.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning.
You know the domestic violence bill whether passed in the lower house or the higher house? Which one?
Well, it has to be in the lower house, then it goes to the upper house, it will be debated, and then...
Upper house is the member of parliament there?
No. The upper let me clear it. The lower house is members of parliament represented, the House of Representatives. That's the lower house. The upper house is the Senate. We get that clear?
All right.
Yeah.
In the lower house, you know, I really wanted to hear Parada on that bill.
Now, your partner usually has host you and has give you the necessary time and so on, but let's leave Parada out of the discussion now for now. Hello, good morning. Welcome to 975. Good morning.
Good morning again, Kendrick.
Yeah, good morning, dear.
You know, Dr. Rambachan, what he's saying is so true. But why he's making that contribution now when he's ready to be? He was an MP for 10 years. Why he didn't introduce this while he in his constituency and deal with that? It started one person.
And he was also viewed as a religious leader at one time, yes?
He was to do.
But the government can only act based on, let's say, the challenges which you face and your concerns. You have to make these concerns, you have to address these concerns to your members of parliament, you have to address these concerns to your councillors and so on. Then the government, they may act.
It comes like a home. You have the parents and you have the children, and the children just lay back and they want the parents to do everything provide and do and clean the yard and wash dishes. No, sometimes the children as a total home have to come up and do something that the government cannot do everything. For them they can do everything. There's a responsibility upon the citizens themselves.
Hey, my name is Zachary.
Hi, good morning, friend. Good morning.
We being aware right now that our general population lacking our basic history, no should I want. Two the people who get noise by the statue there. If you're being aware, they were totally ignorant or unknowledgeable about the statue. They didn't understand. They just went up there and make noise. And as you know, the discussion is a nice thing for the wider public to be aware of. We need to really itemize history better and to our younger ones, so we'll be more aware of our country and our history. And imagine a letter like this, and have people calling and making some kind of comments that why you are afraid that all of us in any office you are in Trinidad, you have guidelines and you have certain authorities, and you can't bypass that. You can't just go up there with a saw and chop down the statue of the mayor. But that's what they wanted them to do.
All right, I'll hear you. Yeah. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Or is it the mix-up first people? And who are they to put? A lady I seen on TV pointing she fingers is something about 7 days she won't answer. They're going to remove this thing.
Well,
is she a purebred first people?
Well, you asking me a question I cannot answer. Go ahead. What's your contribution? Go ahead.
My contribution is she is not a first people. She's not, because looking at her alone and her features, you can see she's all mixed up. And it's not mixed up like a Dogra, more blood in her than Dogra. So, I say, they need to shut them out and let the government keep that statue as a reminder to where that came from and who discovered. Understand why this is such a big issue. All of a sudden, we have some kind of awareness of where we come from. I have traced my family to India, Bihar. And if we didn't have this COVID travel thing here, I'd have gone up there to look for my people. And I want, is there first people with restaurant in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, you're giving Mukesh Baburan and myself an exercise to find out whether there's a first people restaurant in Trinidad and Tobago. Discussion will end. The debate is ongoing as to whether the statue should be removed or not. But I can tell you what is happening in Muruga. The curator there saying, do not remove Christopher Columbus statue.
The first people used to make a lot of cassava bread and things.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to 975. Good morning.
Mr. Koenig,
Good morning, Kimoti.
Fiona is one parent to do everything. Can't do nothing. Or have a better day.
All right. Yes, we will have a blessed day, okay? Kimoti, with your blessings indeed. But that time where we bring the curtain down on today's edition of the morning program, we are inviting you to join us again tomorrow at the same time, right here on 975. But I have this final call on the line.
During the day. Now, I want to say if COVID was really responsible for bringing out the buses out of hibernation, then I say hail COVID and maybe recommend that the government put a virus statue to replace Columbus if they take it down. Thank you.
All right. Well, what a nice way to end our program for today, Mukesh.
But like I know, she have a nice room. And in fact, there's somebody feed place there. I have some ducklings and things,
And they have some nice areas where she can go and recreate.
All right, Kendrick.
All right, folks, take care of yourself. We are out of here. You can catch us again to Maganaut.
I am Mukesh Baburam.
Good morning. Have a safe and blessed day.
Dun, dun, dun.